What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Chum Zone. A new episode with the wife and I. Today, we are going to talk about our top theories for the future of the Kingdom Hearts series. Let's jump in.
Number 1. Yozora played the Reaper's game. Before Yozora and Sora begin their battle, Yozora tells Sora he accidentally entered the world and went through a set of trials. Considering that the world Yozora wanders into is Shibuya, the trials Yozora went through may have been an alternate version of the mission-based Reaper's games from The World Ends With You. In order to play the game, you must give up whatever's dearest to you. What did he give up in return? His looks, which he said have changed, his heart, which Nameless Star says was replaced by another's. Maybe he gave up his heart and it was replaced by someone else's, and with his heart went the memories of the girl, Nameless Star, who was the most dearest to him.
Number 2. Master of Masters orders. The Master of Masters most likely ordered Yozora to save Sora. Sora is his main chess piece. Yozora is most likely putting Sora in a crystallized stasis to protect him from something, because if you beat him, he says, my powers are not needed, meaning Sora is strong enough to protect himself. Yozora then smiles as if he's glad that Sora has beaten him. Something or someone is possibly after Sora.
Number 3. Riku's visions. Riku can see Yozora in his dreams because he is Sora's Dream Eater, which means that Sora may be in a state of sleep. We see at the end that Yozora is sleeping. Sora may actually be sleeping too, and they both have entered the realm of sleep. When we first see Sora in the nighttime version of the final world, the first thing he does is open his eyes. It is possible that Sora had either been asleep or is still asleep and is taking control of the dream version of himself, similar to Dream Drop Distance. Or, for a darker theory, Sora is eternally sleeping in the final world and has no way of waking up. If you recall, Chirithy did say that the final world is a realm where the edges of sleep and death touch. Riku may have to dive deep into Sora's dreams once more to wake him up from his potentially eternal slumber.
Number 4. Ventus and Sora's heart. Ventus and Sora's heart are still sleeping. Ventus and Sora are the only two left with their eyes closed in their main heart stations. What does this mean? All of the other characters who have their eyes open on their heart stations have faced inner darkness or faced inner darkness against them, such as Terra, Riku, Aqua, and Roxas. Ventus still has darkness in his heart that he hasn't faced. Darkness that he has not even been aware of. We see this in Remind when Sora encounters the darkness and initially believes that it is Vanitas, and then we battle against a yellow Dark Inferno. Sora has darkness he hasn't faced yet. We haven't seen him acknowledge the anti-Sora or the Rage Sora that dwells within him. They must come into play later on. The next arc will most likely address the darkness inside Sora.
Who are the 3 keys? I believe that Riku, Yozora, and Sora are the 3 keys. Riku is a given, Yozora because he is Sora's equal and opposite, his mirror reflection, and Sora himself because the story has told us that lost people can be keys to finding themselves. For example of this, we had Aqua, who was the key to finding Terra, Ventus, and herself. Number 6. What is Master of Masters' goal? Why is Master of Masters showing himself now? Is Master of Masters trying to select a king, a true king, for Kingdom Hearts between Sora and Yozora? Maybe Master of Masters is the current king of Kingdom Hearts and he's searching for a successor. One who doesn't bend to the trials of destiny. One who can stand in between darkness and light. Sora has a dark side, but he has acknowledged it and doesn't seem to know how to control it. This is where Riku comes in. He is the only character thus far who walks between darkness and light. Also remember that Riku was the one who originally was chosen to wield the Keyblade, which could be why Yozora looks just like him. Yozora was originally meant to be Riku's equal and opposite, not Sora's. Yozora has now become a fusion of Sora, the current Keyblade wielder, and Riku, the original Keyblade wielder. Maybe Master of Masters is stepping in to rectify the balance of light and dark, which Sora possibly threw out of whack.
And number 7, Luxord. Luxord is from Yozora's world. In the beginning of Remind, we see Lushu, aka Zigbar, and Luxord having a conversation, an interesting conversation, about the black box and each other's identity. On top of that, during the Keyblade War, he gives Sora a card to help him turn the tables. What does this mean? And finally, during the ending cutscene with Yozora and the driver, the voice of the driver sounds heavily similar to Luxord. And if you look in the rearview mirror, his hair is also the same. Is this just a coincidence? I think not. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps up this video. This was something brand new that will be incorporated onto the channel, so if you're feeling this, definitely show it some love. Like, comment, share it with your friends. This is Chumba.
And Ashley.
We are out. Later.